Hey there, good morning, Proniacs. Welcome to a Tuesday morning, most productive day of the week. Tomorrow we leave for Lake Chelan on a 2-week vacation. So we're getting things wrapped up and it's gonna be uber or epically productive. Last night I got to play in a hockey game. One of the most embarrassing times I've ever had on the ice. I went to take the puck from a player that was not as experienced as I, and somehow I tripped and caught an edge and fell into the boards really wonky. I hit my hip and like chicken winged myself up against the boards, the hockey boards on the side. Kind of knocked the wind out of myself, and it took a little bit to regain my composure and then head to the bench. It was last night when I was driving home. I wasn't sure that I was going to be okay this morning, but woke up, everything's moving in the right direction. I'm a little sore, but everything's good. And the funny part is that when I go to the store to get my energy drink in the morning down here at Yokes, she is the cashier. That was the one that I was trying to steal the puck from, and watched me do this in front of her. And she was like, I just moved. I don't know. It just looked like you were something happened, but it wasn't me, she said. It was kind of funny when I had a conversation with. So I had to share that with you today because it is a really funny story. It's super embarrassing, but I made light out of it because she had her bagger guy there. And I said, man, you just shook me out of my skates last night. And she was like, I don't know what happened. Anyways, it was a good time. But what I was thinking about last night and the last couple days was trying to, because we spend so much focus and attention because we're so self-conscious, and we're self-recognizing, and we need to devote the attention to ourselves. And I know this specifically because I have been one to be a show-off, to be one that needs the attention, that needs to do more in order to get more attention, more accolades. But you know what makes you feel best is when you focus on others, and others that you know, like, trust, care about, or that you want to get to know better. And the best way that I could think of to get to know, to start conversations, is to ask questions. And don't ask questions just so that you can respond like, oh, how was your weekend? Sometimes people ask me that in the mornings, Monday morning, how was your weekend? And maybe they had an exceptional weekend, and it feels like they're just saying it so that I'll ask them how their weekend was so they can explain. And people can feel that. People can feel the person that you are, the way that you're asking, that you're just wanting to let them, or you're just wanting to explain what you want to talk about, your opinions and your viewpoints and the things that you've done and experienced, instead of listening to other people, which is what makes you feel best. And I've been practicing the last several days. It's just asking a lot of questions, especially in really difficult situations. We're going through a situation right now where we're determining whether to fire a big client of ours or not, a 30-unit apartment complex, because it's just too much work and they just don't trust us, and there's a lot of situations where it's not a good fit. And so asking questions to the person that it's going to impact most financially is the best way for guiding them into the right decision so that we can do what's best for the team. But asking a lot of questions, asking how people are doing, how their kids are, if they have kids, what they're doing for the summer, how their weekend went, with the intention of just listening. And here's a tip that I got from Ninja Selling, is that your next question is embedded in their answer. So they answer your question, and your next question is based on what their answer was. Oh, well, I went to Belize. Well, wow, what is Belize like? And what did you do there? Well, I went to a couple of hockey games. And, well, what's your favorite hockey team? Like, how did you get into hockey there? And just go on and get to know somebody. Oh, well, your wife lived there? Wow, does her family live there? Or what was the reason that you guys were even visiting? So it could just go on for a long period of time without, hey, I went to Belize. Oh, well, that's great. I'll tell you what, I was out on the river all weekend with my family. We were out tubing. How cool is that? You know, I mean, it's the way that you can present yourself to get to know somebody better, build better rapport, and be a kind and better person. And it makes you feel much better to get to know people, to develop those deeper relationships, and to be interested and curious about the things and the people that are around you and that you surround your life with and that you've attracted. So ask more questions today. People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And to show that you care, show interest, ask questions. Thank you for joining me today.